Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about why I think materialism is a trap, okay? So, this is just my experience, this is just my perspective on life. So, yeah, let's get right into it. The reason why I think it's a trap is because think about it. When you were a child, you didn't really have any idea of what possessions were. You didn't know what money was. You didn't know what, you know, relationships were. You didn't know what social status was. Uh, you didn't know what jobs were, you didn't know what business was. Yet you were the most happy person during that time. Like that period, like childhood, many people say is like one of the happiest and most magical times of their lives. And why is that? It's, I think, because children didn't really know what was going on. So instead of analyzing everything through their mind, like through concepts and problems and things that society brainwashes you with, basically with you have to go to school, you have to get a job, you have to start a family, like all these programs you get. When you were a child, you had none of those. You were basically a blank slate, and you were just connected to the present moment. That was the reason why you were so happy. You were connected to the aliveness of life. And the older you grow, it's like I realize, the older you get, I realize that you just disconnect from that because you get stuck in your mind. You get stuck in your logical mind, always analyzing stuff, always thinking about stuff. You're not really here in the present moment. And the way I connected back to my childhood, to my childlike self is meditation, bro. Like, there's no practice that can beat meditation if you want to feel like a child again, if you want to disconnect from your mind and connect to the present moment. Because, I mean, your problems are always in the past and the future. And think about it, when you were a child, you had no concept of time either. That's the magical thing. You didn't even have a concept of time. You were like meditating 24/7 because every single time you played or you drew something or you created some sort of art, um, you didn't have any idea about judgments people could have on you. You didn't have any idea of the past or the future. You didn't think about, oh, am I weird with these people? What's my social status? Oh, maybe I look stupid. Like, you didn't have any social programs like that yet. And that's maybe why children are the happiest. And the more you meditate, I realize, is the more you disconnect from your programs. You see them for what they are. They're just thoughts. And you connect to the bliss of the present moment. I had like 2 or 3 experiences recently where I just sit in a car or I stay in a restaurant with my family, and we're at this like Chinese restaurant where it's just like, wow, this is so ordinary, but like my eyes are tearing up because I'm like, holy shit, this is so beautiful. Like, I know it sounds so stupid, right? And it sounds crazy and hippie-ish, but I mean, it's possible for you to actually sit down to have a meal and start tearing up because it's like, wow, everything is so alive, everything is so dynamic, everything is full of life, you know? So, yeah, it's so beautiful once you start a meditation practice and you have the ball rolling. And the problem is that when you're closed-minded to like this information about connecting to reality, connecting to spirit, it's like people become depressed, man, because their life becomes very mechanical, very like logical. There's no magic to it. All they think about is bills and problems and uh, all sorts of like practical stuff. But then they don't feel alive anymore. You know, like many people stuck in jobs they hate, like 9 to 5. They come home and they had all that stress at work, right? And because they can't stand being with themselves, being in the present moment and just feeling their emotions, or just, you know, going through the suffering they had at work, they have to numb it down with some sort of TV or, playing video games or eating junk food. that's like I realized where addiction comes from. It's like you can't stay with yourself and just do nothing and just be connected to the present moment. You're just too scared, bro. So that's what meditation helps with as well. From my experience, it helped me cut a lot of addictions. And man, it's like life is just so beautiful when it isn't just practical, you know? So yeah, that's all I had to say. Make sure you also invest in meditation and yoga and uh, enjoying life as well, enjoying it because it's gonna pass. Like for me, it's passed pretty quickly by now, and I'm just a kid, right? And you could make the mistake of becoming like very successful, you know, working 10, 20, 30 years, but you never actually stood and just you never were in the present moment. You never enjoyed what you were building. You never enjoyed your family, your friends. You never enjoyed life at all because you were just thinking about the future or the past. So yeah. Anyway, guys, see you in the next video. Peace.